Today, I'm taking over the worst team in FC26, and I can only sign free agents until we win the Champions League.
We are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Here we got Pep Guardiola going to the worst team in the world, Barrow. And just in case you don't believe me, let's have a look at this team rating here. Look at that, not a single player in the starting lineup above a 64 overall. It might seem absolutely impossible to even think of even the Premier League at this point, but we have to win the Champions League in 10 seasons. And if we don't, I delete the save right here, right now. Now look at this, guys. Let's compare it to the last year's winner, PSG. Look at that. What an incredible team this is. We can't even hope to get even near this. The best player in our team couldn't even fit on PSG's reserves here. So how can we even get to the Champions League? We're gonna need some insane free agents here. But even still, there's a secret rule here where if we don't get promoted, we have to release a random starter. And this goes on until we win the Champions League or lose the challenge entirely. Now I found 3 good options here, I think. Memphis Depay, the top scorer for the Netherlands of all time, and he's definitely a great player, but the only problem is, I don't think there's any chance that he'll want to join the worst team in the world. Because even he would still want to win the Champions League, and he's not going to be able to do that in a second division team like Barrow. We have the 16-year-old wonder kid Gilberto Mora, and we have Toni Fruk here, who's a striker from Croatia. But I think the option I'm going to go with here is the 16-year-old Gilberto Mora. If he would want to join Barrow, he could be building to our future and he could become a club legend at some point. Now the problem will be, can we even sign him with the money that we're on? It looks like we had to spend over $25,000 just to get him in. And yes guys, there we go. Gilberto Mora is coming to the club, but we can't sign anyone else. We don't have enough money to. And look at that, 72 overall with an $8 million market value. Surely this wonder kid can save us from the trenches, yo, what am I talking about, bro? Trenches of this poor club here. It looks like he doesn't really fit into the formation, so we're gonna change it just for him. And there we go, we added a cam position so we could fit Mora in. But I'm really not liking this team, and I don't even know if we will be able to get into the promotion playoffs this season. But without further ado, let's see if we can make it here. Alright guys, we are back here in the 1st of January, and it looks like Barrow are doing bloody well here. I'm very surprised. It looks like Gabriel Mora could carry us all the way into a 4th place position, but let's see where everyone's at. Wow, look at this guy, Danny Rose, 32 years old, 19 goals to assist, and there we go, Gabriel Mora, 8 goals and 11 assists. He's really delivered, hasn't he? Wow, he's good, isn't he? I think I've made the right choice. I think he will be a club legend. Look at that, he's already at +6 overalls. Danny Rose too. This guy, he might be the one that gets us into the Premier League to get promotion into the Champions League. But let's see where we're at the end of the season. Now guys, remember, if we get to the playoffs, we have to treat it like a Champions League final, because the sooner we get to the Champions League, the sooner we can finish the challenge. And if we don't get to League 1 in this season, it might be completely over for us. Alright, here we are, guys. Looks like we're gonna finish in 4th. There's no way for us to get up here. And we're gonna be playing our last game here against, I don't even know this team, to be honest, Shrewsbury. And if we can manage to beat them, we're gonna be going to the playoffs here. Let's see. Wow, look at that. Mora at an 80 rated. He's going to be the one to carry us into the Champions League, I can guarantee. But let's see here, guys. Can we beat the Shrewsbury team? And no, we can't. We don't manage to beat the Shrewsbury team, but it's a draw nonetheless, so we don't fall out of the playoffs. And now it looks like we're going to be versing Walsall in the playoff quarters here. Sorry, semis. Jumping into the first leg here. Hold on, let me change the team around. You know, before that game, let's just check out everyone's stats for the season. Oh, looks like Gabriel Mora, he didn't do all that much since we last checked on him, but hey, not a bad season from a 17-year-old. But the real star here is Danny Rose, club legend already. And if he can manage to promote us, I think we're going to keep him for next season. Now, Walsall. We need to be winning this here, guys. Unless we want to not get into the Champions League here. And we win the first leg, Rose scoring a goal just like he always seems to do. Second leg here is a must win. We need to win this. Semi-finals. Can we make it to the finals here? What? We can make it to the finals, I guess. Excuse me? 7-1? Okay. I've never seen this before, but I guess we just win casual little 7-1 victory. Gabriel Mora hooked at halftime? What is this, man? Alright, here we go, guys. Our second final against Shrewsbury. Now, this is the real challenge. If we can win here, we're really in business. But if we can't, we might be cooked for the entire challenge. So let's quick sim and see if we can win here. 1-0 victory. Gabriel Mora missing a penalty, but luckily we still go through to League One. So we will be going to League One next season. And with that will come a lot more money so we can sign more free agents. It's all looking great here. Now in League One, the competition is going to be a lot higher. So there's a really high chance that we just go all the way back down to League 2 and we fail the challenge entirely. We won't be able to finish the challenge of winning the Champions League. So we're going to need some incredible reinforcement here. And I think, unfortunately, can D Rose carry us to the League One? I'm not sure if he can. But for this one season, we'll keep him to see if he does anything. But I'm sorry, D Rose, if you don't do anything this season, you're out. But anyway, let's see these free agent options that I found here. Now here we have Eric Lira. He's a promising CDM once again from Mexico, and we already know how good the Mexicans can be with Mora on our team. And we have the creator of Ferrari here too somehow. He's a wonder kid. And we have Pablo Gavilan. Now I can't pass up the opportunity to get the literal maker of Ferrari, man. Like, how did we even get him in this game, bro? I swear he died like 50 years ago. But here we go. We're going to be signing Ferrari to Barrow. With our budget of 4 million, we probably will be able to sign another player as well. Things are looking really up here. But is it big enough to survive in League 2? And I think we will be signing Eric Lira as well. The Mexican is good and he's 26, so he's not a pure wonder kid here. He has some experience as he is a 26-year-old. Now the problem is, does he want to join us? Because if I was him, I would sure as heck not want to join Barrow. No hate to Barrow, but you know, they're not the best, if I would have to say. But we're going to make them into the best. And that's going to be all that we can sign. But the real question here is going to be, can this team survive? Whoa! Ferrari's 80 rated. Okay. Surely this team. We have an 80 rated Mora here. We have a 76 rated Lira and an 80 rated prime Enzo Ferrari. Look at him. He's got like 94 pace, man. You can tell he literally made the Ferrari. But besides from that, I'm not too confident with D Rose here. If you ask me, I don't know if we'll even be able to survive relegation here. Alright guys, we are at the end of the season here and I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that we got promoted and we got 102 points. We win Centurions and 100 goals. Didn't even know that. Let's go. 100 goals, but we lost to Charlton by 1 point. But wow, what a season we had. 10 losses is kind of insane to get second place with. Let's see who did all the work here. Whoa, I'm sorry I ever doubted you, D Rose. Yeah, you can stay our striker. This guy can win up +6 at 33 with 36 goals in League 1. Oh my gosh, man. I'm dumbfounded. Gabriel Mora's not doing bad. He's still doing good. This Fletcher guy, he's... What is this guy? He's crazy. He's better than Mora. This McCann guy. What is this? Like, the free agents, we don't even need them. We just needed the club by itself, it seems like. Lira, the free agent from Mexico, went up by 5 overalls. He's been doing great. And yeah, I do think Mora is going to become one of the GOATs of the club. He's going to stay with us the whole way through. Enzo Ferrari, gone up by 3 overalls. Not bad from him, to be fair. And although it's good that we got promoted, this is definitely not a team that I can see getting promoted in the championship. Especially not with a 61 rated goalkeeper here. 59 rated centre back and a 62 rated centre mid. This isn't the team that wins you the championship. But maybe D Rose can carry us again. Because apparently he's just the greatest striker of all time. But this is tough. We're gonna have to find an incredible goalkeeper from just the free agents, which, if you know FC, that's almost impossible to get a good goalkeeper. And yes, guys, we have our two choices here, and incredible choices they are. Jordan Pickford, with that Premier League experience, he's gonna get us potentially from a relegation battle all the way into the top end of the championship. And you saw him, the legend himself, the greatest player of all time. Lionel Messi is a free agent, and luckily he's not retiring. So without further ado, I'm just gonna sign both these players right now. And who would have thought the greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi, would be walking into Barrow of all places? Now guys, with this experience in our team, I'm quite confident that we can get promoted here. Maybe not automatic promotion, but I can see us winning in the playoffs. And who is this guy? I don't even know who this is, but we just have a 72 rated now, I guess. And yeah, we can put Pickford on, and then we can put Lionel Messi. We can put him off to the right here. And even though he might be really old, Lionel Messi is always a player, no matter the age, that you would want on your team. He could be 50 and I'd still have him, even if we were in the Champions League. Now, there's bad news here, guys. It looks like D Rose has left. So we don't have a striker, but luckily, since we're in the championship, we have a lot more money to work with. And because of that, I still have about $8 million left in the budget. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sign every single good free agent, because why not? Yeah, and it looks like another Premier League experienced player, Alex Iwobi, is here, and we're gonna sign him up. And yes, guys, with that, we get this Pellegrini guy, 71 rated, not bad if you ask me. 26 years old, 6'2" dominant striker, along with Alex Iwobi here. Premier League experience from both Pickford and Iwobi, and I think this could be enough to get us into the Premier League. Although I don't like the likes of Lemke, I can't say that guy's name, and Schmidt. This is not a bad team, and I could see us going on a little run here, especially with the experience of Messi on the team. But then also, guys, we have to keep in consideration that if we don't get promoted, then we have to release a random player. Now, in normal circumstances, the worst player would be Messi, but in this, I would say the best possible circumstance if we don't get promoted would be to release someone like Messi. Of course, I would rather get Schmidt released, but Messi he's old, he's aging. And, you know, someone like Pellegrini, he might not be the highest rated now, but he could grow into a really good player. But Messi, he can't do that anymore. He's only going to go down in overall. There were 0 other goalkeepers in there. I got so lucky that Pickford was there, or else we wouldn't have got any goalkeepers for the season. And yes, guys, we're back at the end of the season. And can you see that? Pellegrini, our new striker. What the heck is Thierry Henry doing in the Premier League? Alright, never mind that. But look at that. In the championship, Pellegrini really put in his numbers. 40 appearances with 25 goals. By far the most efficient and the best striker scorer in the entire championship. And Alex Iwobi's here too. Beautiful season. And look at this, guys. Truly marvelous this. We finished second. Once again, avoiding, wait, that's our 3rd instant promotion? That's insane. Again, we lose a lot, but once again, we don't get, like, relegated. Oh, Sheffield has a game to play, to be fair. So it's not guaranteed that we, make it through here. And matter of fact, where's Hull? Hull, do us a favor, surely. Surely, Hull. And that's not good. But before that, let's have a look at everyone's stats. I'm curious to see who did well, besides from, what's his name? Wow. Pickford with 2 assists, 10 clean sheets, and 54 appearances. You can tell the, Premier League experience really came in handy for him there. Enzo Ferrari gone up by 3 overalls once again. He's great. And then Para, I don't know who you are. And then Pellegrini with 27 plus 6 overalls. Beautiful season from him. Wow. Messi at 40 with 17 assists. You can't make this up, man. Messi, he's just the greatest player of all time. In a physical league such as the Championship, he's still putting up these numbers. Gabriel Mora. Wait, is his name Gilberto Mora? I've been calling him Gabriel Mora this whole time, and I've just been getting it wrong. Alright, man. Iwobi, he did his part. But I'm not too sure if I would like to be promoted this season because our team is not nearly good enough for the Premier League. I would like at least one season to build up, you know, a center mid here and two defenders, because this clearly isn't good enough for the Premier League. Pellegrini, he probably is good enough for the Premier League. I wouldn't say he was at the beginning of the season, but he's proven himself. But let's go into these playoffs to see what we do here. And alright, man, Sheffield just lose, I guess. Alright, never mind. Next season, let's see it. And while we're simming here, guys, we have to say Gilberto Mora, not Gabriel. He's got to be the Barrow GOAT at the moment. Like, comment down below who you think the best player is. And if you made it this far, comment down Mora, so we know you have ball knowledge and you actually didn't just skip to the end to see if we won. And here are the three people that I've chosen here. By Kane, an 18-year-old centre-back with huge potential. A really strong player from Senegal. Dani Ceballos, Real Madrid legend. Just kidding. And then we also have João Palhinha. We have a pretty good centre mid and a pretty good CDM that can play center mid, and I think I'm just going to sign all three of these players. And then I do think we literally have a chance not to get promoted, but to avoid relegation. And that's the only focus, I would say, to avoid relegation, because there's no chance that we get to the Champions League. Even I have to admit, with our squad that we've built up, unless Gilberto Mora really goes up, like genuinely goes up to like a 92 overall, I don't see us getting even close to attaining Champions League spots here. And there we go here. This reminds me of like 2026 Sunderland. Pretty good team. No, it doesn't. 2026 Sunderland did not have Messi. Fair enough. But here we go. We can put Palhinha right in the lineup here. And actually, we might just switch it up to have two CDMs. That would make more sense, because then Lira and Palhinha would get their maximum rating. And it could hopefully help us to attain Champions League and eventually win. Now, I've gone with this 4-2-3-1 formation, and I think this will suit us best for the time being. And yeah, it looks like Ceballos will just be sitting on the bench, coming on as a super sub in these games. But I'm looking at it now, and our right back position is really faltering. That might be the reason we won't get promoted here, but this is a Premier League level team. Ferrari, he's probably one of the best left backs in the world, along with Mora being one of the best prospects of all time. Probably 19-year-old, 87 rated. He's done it in League 2, League 1, and the Championship. Only now to prove himself in the Premier League, which I believe that he will. Messi's already proven himself, but this will be his first experience in the Premier League. So let's just see how they do. I'm not confident or anything, and we probably will be having to sell one of our starting players. Alright, here we are at the end of the season, and I'm curious to see how well we did here. And yeah, it looks like we didn't do bad at all. In my books, this is a win. We got 11th place with a positive goal difference, finishing above giants like Sunderland, Leeds, and not Brentford. But yeah, this is definitely not a bad first season in the Premier League by any means necessary. Looks like Arsenal somehow won the league, don't know how. But although we did get 11th, not the worst season ever, we will have to unfortunately sell one of our starting players here. But before we do that, I want to see what everyone did. I want to see how good everyone was here. Jordan Pickford with 9 clean sheets. 6 in the Premier League, not bad from him. Probably about where he's used to being in the Premier League, but now he's better than ever at 89 overall at 35. Now Pellegrini really putting in work once again. He was an incredible pickup. We're going to keep him because he is really good. 26 goals, 18 in his debut Premier League season. Not bad. Messi, incredible from Messi. And yeah, I think, let's see. Yeah, he's retiring at the end of the season, unfortunately. But he gave us everything we needed. 24 assists with 13 goals from Messi. I'm just going to call him Gabriel Mora from now. Who cares, man? Gabriel Mora, 11 goals, 15 assists. He's the GOAT. The greatest Barrow player in their history, Alex Iwobi. What? Okay, so Alex Iwobi, he's coming for that top spot. But unfortunately, we didn't win the league or anything. Palhinha did well. Fortunately, he went down by 2 overalls. This Mbaye Kane guy went up by 5. Now, let's spin the wheel and see who we have to sell. Now we have the wheel ready, and we can only hope to sell here either this Diwara guy, or this, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but this right back. So left center back and right back is what we're aiming for. Maybe, yeah, right wing would be good since Messi's retiring anyway. So yeah, here we go, spinning the wheel really quick. And who are we gonna have to discard? Oh, please. Oh my gosh, that's the best possible scenario. Right wing here. And yeah, I'm so fine with that. Discarding Messi, that's genuinely the best possible scenario. He served his purpose incredibly well. Incredible job from Messi. And here we go. Releasing Messi real quick. Easy one. This Abdul guy looks crazy. We're gonna sign him up. 17 years old, up to 97 potential. Count me in. And here we are, guys. I think these are all the signings that we're probably going to be making this season. Paulinho might, we might get a replacement for Paulinho next season, but of course, I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's only 3 signings that we can make per season. I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, 3 signings per season, and I've done 2 already. This Naylor guy, no, I've done 3 already, my bad. This Naylor guy, he didn't look half bad. 16 years old, by the way, 79 rated. That's just diabolical. Reece James, of course, I had to pick him up. He was a free agent. And this Emin guy, who was insanely highly rated, and he's only 17 as well. And I'll be honest, this seems like put all these players together, and they seem like a conjoined team that can make it to the Champions League. But remember, if we don't make it, we're cooked, because we only have 5 more seasons to win the Champions League, and we're not even in it yet. So let's send to the end of the season and see what everything's looking like, because we need this promotion now. Okay, bro. Ain't no way we just win the league? Like, okay, man. Just casually just win the league after getting 11th last season. Yeah, whatever you say, man. Like, who even carried the squad this season? Like, Messi wasn't even here, like, our greatest player. We only had 8 clean sheets, man. Oh my gosh. Pellegri's just deliver, Mr. Delivery, man. When does he ever have a bad season? He's just good like that, isn't he? This Emin guy, he put in work. +4 overalls in his first season. He's 17! Alright, this guy's the next Salah. He's gonna be better than Salah, matter of fact. Gabriel Moras, showing why he's the greatest Barrow player of all time. What? Alex Iwobi, man! You're 34! Oh my gosh. Reece James? I don't even know who the difference maker was. +7? Oh my god. I genuinely don't even know what the difference maker was. We just win the league. Yeah, we're in the Champions League next season. Okay, man. So what am I talking about? I've got nothing to say. Liam Delap, the top scorer. What is this world, man? Haaland's still playing, and he's not even in like the top 10. Haaland with 14 goals. He would have been in like his prime. Oh, what is that? What is Thierry Henry doing here? This might be the weirdest top 5 of all time. Top 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Job Pedro's fizz. This is the weirdest top 10 ever. I can't lie. What a video. Hey, if you're having fun, just low-key subscribe. Like, where are you finding content like this? How random. We probably could just win the Champions League now, but of course, if we don't win the Champions League, every time we don't win the Champions League from now on, we do have to sell a starter here. Alright, so we've signed our 3 free agents here. We have these 2 new starters here. Esquivel and Houston. 2 young talents, relatively. Esquivel's not that young, to be fair. But I think, genuinely, these guys have crazy potential. So I think we could probably win the Champions League, man. This Diruta guy, he's like a backup, but he can play for Naylor. He probably has slightly more experience being 18, maybe not. But Iwobi, if he continues to deliver the way he has been, I think this is just a wrap right here. Alright guys, midway check through the season, and we finished 5th in the Champions League playoff, which is incredible. And let's see where we are in the Premier League, because, you know, if we don't win the Champions League here and we don't get promoted to the Champions League, then we're gonna have to sell a player here. But looks like we're pretty comfortable in 3rd, to be honest. It looks like we're, unfortunately, we probably won't be getting another title here, but it looks like we're pretty safe for the Champions League next season if we don't fail, if we don't manage to win it all here. Look at Pellegrini. He's just always putting in numbers. Let's look at the squad real quick. 10 clean sheets already. That's incredible, to be fair. We're only in like what, like February, March? Not bad. That Pellegrini with this Emin guy. He's insane. 18 goals and 12 assists. Mora. Gabriel Mora's fallen off, bro. I think Iwobi might be the GOAT. Iwobi. I think at the moment, I think I'm giving the trophy to Iwobi. He seems like just the greatest player in Barrow's history at the moment. Reece James not having as vintage of a season last season. As probably, maybe he was the difference while Ferrari up by a lot. But yeah, probably, I mean, Reece James, since he's not performing as he was last season, that's probably why we're not winning the league. But anyway, let's skip to the end of the season to see where we're at. Alright guys, so unfortunately, it looks like my game has crashed. My game's crashed, okay? We're gonna have to re-sign the players, please. No. Okay, good. We don't have to re-sign the players, but looks like the game's crashed and we're gonna have to just sim to the end of the season to see. I'm not doing all this again, bro. Just sim to the end of the season. Either we win or we lose, man. Let's see. Alright, guys. Here we are. Back at the same place, and apparently we didn't make the automatic qualification, so we're in the playoffs here, and we might just lose against Atletico Madrid here. This is the second leg, and we're up 2-1, but hopefully we can just snag another win real quick. And here we go, quick saving the match here, and comfortable little 3-1 win for us here. And it looks like we're going to be making it into the round of 16. Whew, this is where it gets the pressure, because there's only 4 seasons left. And right now, if we check it, yeah, look, we're not even close to the Champions League positions here. So if we don't win it here, we're not going to be getting Champions League next season, most likely. All right, coming up here into the oh, looks like that guy sold. Coming into the round of 16, I think here we're up 3-1 against Borussia Dortmund. But if we look at the squad here, like everyone's just tired, aren't they? We don't have enough depth in the right back position, I think, and I think that's our problem at the moment. But Mora, we don't have any backup for Mora except for this Mertens 52 rated guy, so they can't get any rest. Pellegrini, he's been doing great, to be fair. Looks like everyone's up like a couple overalls. This Kane guy, he was a great signing. But Reece James, a Scrivel, like they're not. Bro, we have this Diwara guy. Looks like he's not playing, so I don't even know why his Scrivel's getting tired. So I don't know. Let's just sim and see if we win, which surely. Oh, Amin with the hat trick. Okay, so Amin's just the greatest Egyptian player of all time, I guess. And now that means we're gonna be in the quarterfinals with lots of momentum here. But uh-oh, I see that right? Yes. We are versing PSG, one of the best teams in here. Now, let's sim this first leg to see if we can win. Looks like we don't have the most tired players anymore, but I'm not confident in beating the likes of PSG. But let's see here. We actually win the first leg 2-1. But it definitely was not a vintage performance by any means. They had 56 possession and more shots than us. And remember here, guys, if we don't win the Champions League or get into the Champions League, we have to sell one of our starting players. And if we look at it, that could be the likes of the GOAT, Moro, or the actual GOAT Iwobi, along with Amin, one of the best players around. Like, I wouldn't want any of these players gone. They're some of the best players of all time in their positions. Each player that could get eliminated here will be a huge blow to our team, but let's see if we can pull it through against PSG, which I don't know if we can, but let's see. Wow, that was a close one. The GOAT, Gabriel Mora, coming through once again. He never misses, does he? And with that, we're one step closer to our goal. But in the semi-finals here, I'm not too worried about Sporting. Sporting, as much as I love Sporting, they're a good team, and they're still in the Champions League in real life. I don't really think, come on, Sporting? Yeah, Sporting's not going to give us any trouble. But here's where I beg to differ, because sometimes the most unexpected results happen from the smallest teams that you don't expect. So let's see if we can win this first leg. And no, it's a draw. It's a draw here, so that means it's all to play for in the second leg, and this might be where it's finished. Now, guys, if we don't get to the final here, remember this is the semi-final, so this is all to play for. If we lose this, I'm not confident that we can ever get back to these levels, and we're gonna have to sell one of our starting players here. But can we win this? And yes, luckily we managed to win. Pellegrini bagging in a goal, Pickford with the performance, and here we go. This is it. This is the final challenge. All that we've gone through, all that we've been through to get here against Napoli in the final. Now, just before that, let's just have a look at our squad that we've built up over the years. Pickford, one of the greatest finds of all time, 37, still kicking it with 15 clean sheets. Enzo Ferrari, incredible job, 23. He's probably already the greatest left back that's ever lived. Reece James, incredible from him. This Kane guy, and by Kane, 20 years old, 89 rated. He's incredible, along with his Squivel, who we just got this season, and he's up by 9 overalls in just a season. Incredible job from him. You know, Paulinho, I would say he's probably the biggest flop that we've signed. He didn't do anything. The only thing he's done is gone down in overalls. I really didn't like his signing. But then we get to Alex Iwobi, and wow, I might have to be a fan of him in real life, because what he did for this Barrow club is absolutely insane. I would say he is the greatest Barrow player of all time. And then Gabriel Mora, not the most vintage season from him, but he doesn't really give those vintage seasons. But without him in the squad, you realize how far that you've fallen, because without him, I think our loss rate is a lot higher. And wow, this guy Amin, Abdul Majid Amin, 18 years old, 30 goals. Incredible. Pellegrini, banging in goals still. He's one of the greatest strikers that we could have ever picked up. And this guy too, I've got no clue who he is. He wasn't even a free agent. He just shows up for no reason. So let's go to the Champions League final with all on the line. And yeah, luckily on the exact day of the finals, looks like we barely managed to scrape into the Champions League spots on goal difference there. But let's see. Final game here. All or nothing. And what is that? Shirky got player of the season over Amin? What is this? Robbery, man. But let's see. Only our best players will be starting. It looks like Deruter's getting more game time, and he's higher rated than Naylor. So Naylor, you can get off for Deruter. Let's see, anyone on the bench? Paulinho, you can stay there. You're the biggest flop I've ever seen. Ceballos, you might be even worse. But yeah, this is an incredible team. And no matter what happens here, I'm proud of the team we built. Final chance here. Let's see. And yes, we actually managed to win. And it's a dominant performance from us. Incredible job from the team here. And looks like we win the challenge. With 4 seasons to go, this might be the greatest challenge that I've ever done. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. Thanks for watching.